everyone. Let's see how this one goes tonight. Welcome to another edition of What's Happening Horse Games. Let's see how this goes tonight. I'm kind of checking it as I'm watching. It ran fine. My upload speed is fine. So if it's not working, then I don't know. Same echo. Well, you'll just yell at your internet if it doesn't work out. Well, it looks like the reply rate is much better than last time, so it's good. We're doing this, guys. We're doing this. Rattle. Hello, Lilycat. Lilcat, sorry. Hello, Linnea A. Hey, Kix. Wait, there's someone here who said, hello, Echo Trash. Glad to hear you have on time. Gun Dragoning. Hello to my favorite rat. Well, hello to you, Gun. Gun? Dragonig. That's a cool name, actually. Wow. Ho, cowgirl. It's looking good. I've checked everything. I've ran everything twice through. It should be good. All right. So, yay. Okay. So, welcome to the official 7th. What do you call this? What's Happening Horse Games? We actually have a lot to cover. We have a ton of stuff that's actually going on. Hello, Rio. Hello, Bella. Thank you guys for being here. It's always awesome to see new people coming in. The voice change on the name current. Shh, look at, don't call me out like that. Jeez, what's wrong with you? Hi, Victoria. Hello, Jenny. Okay, wow. Oops, I have an Adobe problem, but we will not speak of that. Okay, so Ukami stream went. Oh, that is actually such a good idea. I love Ukami. Ukami is like my favorite thing ever. But how are you guys? Are you having a good time? Everyone's internet seems to be working tonight. I think it was my internet last time, not everyone's internet. Abyss Ann, my boyfriend just told me BFF, sorry, told me she ships me with Max Verstappen. And the problem is that I can't complain about it. Who is Max Verstappen? That is a name? It buffered. Oh, okay. We'll see how it goes. It does seem like it's better than last night, so we'll see how it goes. Okay. So today we're just gonna start out. I did show some jokey stuff last night, but it didn't go too well. Here we go. Here you guys are. It's 5 seconds behind. Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm fine with 5 seconds. All right, so that was the one that I wanted to show. The other one was this one. You guys were kind of chatting about it. This is a post that was made on Star Stable, so I'm just going to read this again because this was really funny. So a person on the Star Stable chat room said, "Please, Star Stable, I know you probs can't hear me, but my mom has just died and life is really hard, so it would mean the world if I could get a gift of star coins. I love you, Matilda." This is a post that was made on the global Star Stable chat room. It's running much better. It had buffered like 20 times. It had already. Yeah, okay, cool. Red Lupine, it's working. Anyway, so I thought this was pretty funny. Yeah, it's you gotta get those star coins somehow, hey? You gotta get those star coins. Oh my god, the foot. Anyway, not the dead mom cloak the librarian. That's what I said. That's what I said. Like you, V1. Enjoy. Don't get caught. Like, I got caught once while listening to YouTube stuff. My boss wasn't very happy with me. Liptoby, it's the way I kind of reacted. I was like, this just happened. Anyway, okay, so the next one that I kind of want to chat about is actually something that's happening with the Star Stable stuff right now. So there's a person. I mean, you get your bag again. Okay, so this is your account has been banned until December 31st, 2199. It's gonna take a while. Max Verstappen is a Dutch-Belgian racing driver. Oh, well, that's awesome. Ooh, that sounds interesting. To do guilt has an advantage against Matilda. That could be true, little cat. Mel, my mom has just died and I care about Sek more than her type stuff. Why are you playing SSO if your mom dead? We will not answer that, Mel. We have no answer for that. But yeah, so this is something that has been happening. People have been getting banned like for hundreds of years, apparently. The other one was this one that someone else as well shared as well. Wow, I can't English. Your account has been banned until June 8, 2852. At least the other ban, I think you can still kind of survive. if you're lucky. If you're willing to live to 200 years, 240, 20 years, then you might actually do this. Let me see what you guys have to say here. 2001, dang, they're... Okay, Cloak the Librarian says 2,199. Dang, their grandkids won't be able to access the account. My thing is, though, I'm just very happy that Star Stable is this optimistic about their game. It's gonna last for 800 years. I just, like, well done, Star Stable. You are very optimistic about the state of your game. Amex Zen says, you have been banned from SSO for 3 generations. None of your grandkids will play this game. Linnea A says, I heard that happened to a Swedish, I think, YouTuber before, but I don't remember who. It's just so weird. Look at, Silly says, that's going to be like cold rolled over in numbers to the max of the system or something. Yeah, that's probably what's going on, but I just thought it was really funny. Like, I just believe that there's someone at Star Stable who is so optimistic about this game that they believe it will last for almost a millennium. Like, I just think that's like the best form of optimism. This game will never die. Bella Nutella, according to this person, yes, Star Stable will exist until that point. If you have any questions, the Red Lupine says, if you have any questions, yeah, just a few. It's Lil Cat Silly says, new Minecraft hardware challenge, living till my Star Stable ban is lifted. Sorry, that's actually really good. Oh, okay. So let's move on to some some horse game news. We got, like I said, quite a bit to cover today. Before we get into that, I just want to say again, thank you for helping me reach this. I'm very excited using this new microphone. I got some, I got the foam. The foam is on its way, so I just have to get that done, and then we will move into like actually recording with this. So I'm very excited. Cowgirl says maybe, but double star coins will cost you $5,000. Yeah. Oh, Cowgirl, you're so right. Like you will be peddling gold for star coins by that point. Hello, Flair Foxy. Welcome to the stream. Happy to have you here. Anyway, so we got some Star Stable stuff to chat about. Let me just see. Ariel Confer says, boy, if I'm going to stick around living that long into the crusty elder ages, it's not going to be for SSO. That's true. Lil Cat Silly says, it's dropping the stream. Oh. Fixed it. Okay, Lil Cat, will you please stop giving me heart attacks? Please. I care about you, but please don't kill me here. Lipton B says woo. Okay, so let's get into some. I'm going to start with Star Stable today because at this point in time, Star Stable doesn't have a lot of news that's currently going on. It does have a couple of things that's been happening. And yeah, so let's get into it. We're gonna get okay. Let's cover this first. First things first. The new American saddlebreds have been released. So that's kind of cool. There are 900 star coins though. Like, that is a little bit hard to chew for me. Yeah, they do have 2 special moves technically. It's just kind of the saddlebrades and the what's the one that they do the big leg with, the Tennessee Walker. They just feel very much the same for me. So that's kind of an issue that I have with it a little bit. Oh, I backed up a little bit too far. My internet is fine. Are you guys? Yeah, there we go. Ooh, it actually dropped for 2-3 seconds. Well, we'll see how it goes. Maybe it's when I open it. Maybe if I just open one by one. I'm sorry for the heart attack. Flair Foxy says, I used to spend all my childhood money on Star Stables. I added it up. It was over $3,000. Yeah. No, this is like you become a whale, I believe, over time. I know whales are a technical term in microtransactions, but I believe that they just kind of slowly turn everyone into whales. So the other thing that I quickly want to just touch on is Moorland is getting a bit of a makeover. They are going to changing up some of the quests, but the nice thing is they're not changing Moorland as much. So that's kind of nice. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the... My dog just barked, and I can't go up with the door for the dog. This is awkward. Hopefully someone will open the door for the dog. So yeah, I don't know what's up with the blurry tail. But yeah, so it's kind of, like I said, Star Stable doesn't have a lot going on at this point. It's kind of a little bit hummed down at this point. they're keeping their noses clean. No big drama so far. The worst that we had was the bannings, and we have a role play situation. It's getting very odd, the role playing. I might be doing a video on that. It really depends on what's going on. Hey Leia, thank you for joining. So Emma X says, what's up with the blurry? Oh yeah, I don't know. Lenny A says, I saw them today and they weren't the worst I have seen this year. Yeah, they're not terrible. Like, it's not the worst horse I've ever seen, but it's there. But anyway, that's kind of what's happening on Star Stable right now. I just wanted to get that out of the way because there's really not a lot going on in Star Stable right now. I do have another game we're going to be chatting at the end, which has been causing some strife. Let's get into the bigger game of our currently in progress games, which is Astride. So Astride have been busy bunnies. They've been adding a bunch of stuff. Yeah, Hysterial. Hello. I don't want to get into that right now. Hysterial. Oh, thank you for joining, by the way. And you too, Cottable. Hello. But Astride has been kind of getting into adding a lot of stuff. Specifically, like you can see here, they've been adding some numnas. I will call them numnas until the day I die. They're also kind of reworking the UI for the menu, sorry, for the horse creation. This looks actually pretty cool, and I quite like the color schemes and the overall look and feel here. I think that looks pretty good. They're also adding some tack fitting. So this is something that I do kind of want to be chatting about because this is a pretty cool thing that's been happening. What they're essentially doing is they are starting to fit tack to different breeds. So at this point, as they say, oh, that thing kind of highlighted poorly. With me. I love you. All right, so at this point, I can't highlight it and leave it. I have to keep it open. So at this point, it was the Norwegian Warmblood, the Norwegian Fjord, the Icelandic, the Arabian, both Percheron types, and the Norwegian Dole Horse that are getting saddle fitted. So, Angered Rat says Rattle is lagging. Oh, for frick's sake. Listen, guys, I'm going to continue the stream. If it gets too bad, just let me know. I'm working so hard not to get this thing to lag right now. I've turned off everything I remotely can. So Ripple Snack Player says, Aesir really needs to add a Canter special gate to quit sacrificing a gate for another. Oh, yeah, that's actually true. I haven't thought of that. Yeah, Lene, I'm going to be chatting about the Astride Quadrille. That's very cool. I'll get into that in a bit. Okay, so this is something really cool. So what this essentially means is they are starting to add tack to different horse types, which means the newer breeds are getting closer and closer to be adding because they are adding the tack for every single breed type. This is pretty cool. As you can see here, they're adding the show jumping that's been fitted to 3 different breeds, and they've added the dressage tack, which has been fitted to 3 different breeds. Just want to make sure this is Matilda, the community manager, and 3D artist that's kind of working on this. This is really cool. I kind of wanted to touch on this because it means that they're moving a lot, they're moving forward and behind the scenes with the game. It's just not technically showing up in the current game version as it's now. So Abyss Anna says from level Frisian to 10 American saddlebrow, it's an Akal techie. Oh, ouch. Ouch. Ains Gigi says the bridle is probably coming in the next big update. Yeah, it should probably be coming there. So next up is something we all know and need in a horse game. This was kind of funny, but never thought of about as horse manure. So they're adding horse poop. It's officially Reddit Redemption, guys. It's officially Reddit Redemption. Oh, that's a good sip of coffee. So the next thing that they actually had a huge update. So the other thing is they are adding the altar reel. So a lot of people are kind of worried about this. In the sense that, all right, let me just first check what you guys are saying. So Histriel says the concept looks great. Yeah, I also like that. Let's see. Sandy Darkful, hello. Well, the seems to be fine today. Yay! So Cowgirl says, I haven't had any problems, so I think most of us are fine. That's good to know. I'm so nervous right now. So Fairy Fox says, why every horse girl wants. Yes, we want horse poop. We want the horsey poop. Reddit Redemption 2.1 says Sandy. New experience with the same idea. Possibly. So the Altar Reel is being added to the game. Altar Reel is an interesting breed in that it's kind of in this gray area of some people believe it's not a breed. I have a huge horse book that tells me the Altar Reel is its own unique breed and it has its own history and its own story. So I've always considered this to be its own breed. I don't know where people believe it's not. But I've always considered the Altar Reel to be its own unique animal. And but they are saying that they do hear us and they are going to add the Lusitano to the game, which is wonderful. I think that's actually really cool to kind of appease everyone. So they have the Altar Reel, which is a Spanish horse, and then they have the Lusitano, which is another Iberian horse. and be using the same detail maps and similar model for the Ultra Rare and the Lusitano, but they will have different color genetics and a slightly different build, and they will be considered two different breeds in the game. So this is all very good. I'm sorry, I'm kind of dumb. Yeah. We're chatting about Astride. Yep, it's Astride. Sorry, I didn't see. Did someone ask? Yes, Cotabully, this is Astride. Yes, we're discussing Astride. I'm sorry. Yes, I thought I said that at the beginning. Okay, yeah, but people are coming in I should just repeat that. Thank you, Sandy. I'm very excited about the new mic. I'm very, very, very excited about that. All right, so the next thing is they're kind of adding the environment. Sorry, I'm just kind of touching through this. There's a lot to chat about here. Marius has the animator has kind of chatted about a future breeding system or breed system that they want to implement. So where is this? Where is this? You said something about, here we go. So they did have access to the Norwegian fjord model and began to see if I could find a good way to change between them that could, in theory, also be further worked upon to allow breed mixing. But we can't say if that is a possibility or not just yet. So this instantly reminds me a little bit of what's the game? Equestrian The Game. They kind of have that. Yeah, the concept art is gorgeous. It's very beautiful. So it's kind of nice to kind of see them starting to consider adding crossbreeds and stuff. But this kind of tells me that there's a lot going on behind the scenes that we're not seeing with Astride. And it's nice to kind of, I feel like this is one of the chunkier updates for me that's kind of giving a lot more information, which is pretty cool. Let me see what you guys are saying. Histriel says more dressage horses. Yay! Fairy Fox says lag. Listen. I can't help. I wish I could. Thank you for letting me know, though. Okay. You're rising. So, Bitta. I think I always struggle with your name. Bitta Patroni. I'm going with that. I was under the impression the Ultra Real is a branch of the Lusitano. Apparently not. It is its own breed. So, you can actually go read that up. That's the way I've always understood it in any case. We love non-A. Sandy, you lost me there. Histriel says, Kotbula says, haha, never heard someone say my name in English. I hope I'm getting it right, Kotbula. So that's kind of what's going on there. And then Ouroboros have been working on the inventory system. We can kind of scroll down. Sorry, this one was very technical, Marius. You're a very technical person, and I'm struggling to understand all of this. But it looks cool for what it is. So Green Horse has been adding a bunch of stuff. Specifically, they've added a scoreboard. You can kind of see a work in progress here at the very top. They've added a scoreboard to the show jumping, which is going to help with some plays, and it's going to make it feel a little bit more interesting, which I'm very happy about. Confused McFlurry says Cotaboli. I'm going to go with that. So they've also added a option for the camera to follow you. There's a lot that, like little details and stuff that they've been adding. Now, the big thing that they've started doing is the quadrille. Let's pop over here and then I'll show you guys what exactly is going on. They've started to kind of move into this quadrille effect, which is very popular in Star Stable circles. I think this is a great move, like a great idea, because they do have the dressage movement, they do have the players who enjoy this type of thing, and it's very popular in in online communities. So this is great. I think this is a very, very good move for them. Let me just see kind of what you guys are saying here. Little Cat Silly feels like they are trying to make sure the game has a good foundation to add the dynamic things in the future, which some games really overlook. So that is interesting that you say that, because I once spoke to, I was lucky enough to chat with Green Horse about this, and he kind of essentially, okay, so just kind of, this is the way that I understood it. There's a horizontal slicing and a vertical slicing in game development. What they're technically doing is a horizontal slice. So this is a a horizontal slice. So this is a very good example, which you kind of see here on the screen. So what we're getting is, where is the picture? There was a very nice picture that explained this, and I can't find the picture. I can't find the picture. But anyway, so what you're essentially seeing is this. So you're seeing a vertical slice it'll have all the elements in one, whereas the horizontal slice will have one, and then a second, and then a third, and then a fourth. So what we're seeing is levels of game design kind of starting very low and then moving itself upwards. I'm probably going to be chatting about this when I do another video about Astride, because I think this is something that I've never really quite understood, and I'm glad that I'm starting to understand that. So it's pretty interesting for me personally, you know, learning about game development and just kind of understanding that. Okay, so let's just see here. Sandy says, I mean, I hate Swedish. All right, that's the language sounds like a crow that is trying to sing. That actually sounds a very cool language, a crow that's trying to sing. Like, Sandy, I know you tried to make that sound stupid, but that's actually kind of beautiful. Israel says, oh, like a scenery camera? That would be so nice. The way I understand it is, yeah, the camera follows you or it doesn't follow you. Yeah, so Bella Nutella says, would Astride add Cruzalo horses then? I have no idea. You'll have to ask them. Superior, hello, says that's interesting. Never heard of a horizontal slash. Yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting for me as well. You get these different like ways to kind of show how the game is kind of moving forward. So, oh yeah, here was the picture that I was looking about. The one kind of gives you a little candle. This one gives you, I just had a hiccup. Gives you a taste of the entire cake. So this one gives you only a slice of the top cake. This one gives you a slice of the entire cake. So yeah, that's kind of just what I briefly wanted to touch on. But the quadrille is kind of awesome for me. Here's another one. You can kind of see this. This is just, ooh, that's the ring. It just looks awesome, and I'm really glad the community has kind of found something to do in the game, and everyone seems to be enjoying this. I watched a couple of these streams as they're doing it. It's quite technical. I wasn't aware it's this technical, so it's pretty awesome to kind of see people, you know, enjoying the game, at least in some capacity at this point, seeing as there isn't at this point a lot to do in the game. And it's wonderful to see people like coming together and enjoying a game like this. So yeah, you guys can actually check out the Discord. Some of them are running some of these quadrilles. And if you kind of want to join in on that, maybe if you have the game, you can kind of join in on that and see if you can. I will never run one of these. I will get so impatient. Like I'll just start running around and annoying everyone. I'm not good with this type of stuff. So yeah, that's what's happening there. Oh, I'll get into that in a bit. So yeah, that's the quadrille. And let me just see here if there was anything else. Oh, yes, they're starting to add a... I'm jumping ahead. Let me just first get here. Hello, Bunway. Thank you for joining. Sandy Darkful says, here's a piece of cake. Hands it over. Now you will learn about the horizontal slide. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Fred Fox says, so I love the quadrille stuff. It looks really cool. I love it. Superior says, a horizontal slice of a real cake feels very gross to me. Lol, imagine just a whole disc of sugar. You know, I never thought of it that like way before. It's like a pie, like not a pie, like a tart. Like we call it a tart. Americans call it a pie. I don't know. Sandy Darkful says, again, I do not like the controls in the game controlling the speed. It always throws me off, so I would have a hard time with this. Oh yeah, that's true. I think they are kind of working on that, or was that? I think that was Bonded Spirits that's working on that. Hey, Bunway, long time no see. Yay. Okay, so here's something very interesting as well. They are starting to adding a quest system, which is pretty awesome. So, well, they're working on towards that. So that's, again, what I said about the horizontal slice. They are working on a lot of features in the background, but they're adding it bit by bit to ensure that the foundation, like Lil Cat said earlier, is well set and well done. So yeah, and they're also adding a save system. So I think that this was a very big, chunky, hefty update for Astride. I think that it kind of shows a lot of what's going on behind the scenes. I'm very excited about it. I am so far behind on my 2nd of May. It is like, what is it? It's like the 15th. I'm very much far behind on everything in my life. All right. But yeah, so Histriel says, Rattle eats horizontal pie. Well, pies are technically they're flatter than cakes. Okay, Histriel? They're flatter. Okay? Don't judge me here. I might be eating horizontal tarts, but that's not the point. Oh, Rattle says, Histriel, will you be making a video about Wild Horse Islands on Roblox? I'm so confused about what happened there. Histriel, basically just briefly what happened is there was a miscommunication on the Discord. People were starting to throw around accusations about, I have to kind of remember exactly what it is, but it was stuff that was kind of going on that caused the Discord to implode a little bit, and so they decided it was better to kind of turn it off and keep it as a news. I'll see if I can dig up a little bit on it. It wasn't like a huge thing. That's one of the reasons why I didn't make a video on it. I didn't feel it was that big of a story to kind of make a whole video on it. But an interesting video is coming on Sunday that I hope you guys will enjoy. So let's move on to the next one. Oh, just quickly, are you guys happy for Astride? Are you happy with the update? Do you guys think it's a good update? How do you guys feel about this? Oh, it gives me a chance to take a sip of coffee. Histriel says, oh lord, I had a death by chocolate cake. Yes, was smothered by chocolate. Now I cannot think about eating another cake ever again. Ooh, that does not sound nice. That does not sound nice. Flair Foxy says, your laugh is amazing and is very contagious. My brother always says I laugh like a rubber witch. I think I've said this before, but I think it's a very good description of my laugh. Victoria says, it's okay, Ronald. Progress matters. Thank you. I feel condescended to, but I appreciate it. Good progress, at least. Yeah. I also feel that, Sandy. I feel like that there is a lot more progress going on than we technically are seeing. Ames GG says, very happy, love seeing the progress. Cloak the Librarian says, it's progress. I'm still a little nervous about it. We'll need to see how it goes over the coming months, I'm guessing. Let's see, Bunwe says, good to say the least. It's headed in the right direction. That's very true. Dragon Kid, hello. I haven't really kept up with Astride. Don't even know it's out. It's outish. It's outish. Confused McFlurry says, I used to drive kart with my Shetland pony as a child, and I missed that idea. I wish it could be taken into more horse games, even though it's a lot of majority on the riding instead. I would love a game about carriage horses. That would actually be a very interesting game. Histriel says, a rubber witch? No. I think it's a rubber witch. Ripple Snack Player says, I love this game is making progress, but I'm sure if it's still worth the price tag, progress is good. Yeah, no, I don't think it's still worth the price tag at this point, but what I'm saying is I feel like a lot's going on behind the scenes, and when that stuff starts getting to be added, I think it's going to reach a point where it's going to be closer to the worth that it is. It is outish like 20%. Yeah, well, haha. Yeah, the subtle bad designs are cute. Cowgirl Millmate says, I don't know, still a bit salty about how the EA release went. I'll see about it when it's finished, if they ever finish. Cowgirl, there's a lot of people that feel that way, and I really can't blame you. I think that that's a fair way to feel. It had a terrible release, but yeah, no, I absolutely get where you're coming from. I do get where you're coming from. All right, so let's move on to the next one. This is just a very quick one. So, Rivershine is a little cowboy ranch game. It's being made by Eloise or Cozy Bee Games, and they have added sizes, which is really cool. So we have different sized horses in the game, and I was pretty excited about it. There are some updates that have been happening, but this was the one that's so cool. And I was just very happy about this. I think out of all the games currently on the market, I think Rivershine is like winning at everything. But it's really great to see them kind of. Oh, did they post a progress update? Are you kidding me? I had all of this ready yesterday. Let me see. Okay, so we're seeing this all together. Rivershine. Did they post? Why do you have to do this to me, Rivershine? Did they really post one? Are you kidding me right now? I hate my life. I can never remember where to click for this. Oh, no, this is March 7th. Little cat, you just keep giving me heart attacks. Would you stop that? I love you, though. I love you. So yeah, it's not ponies. It's just difference of it's the same horse. It's just different sizes. So Cantor says this is an interesting live to catch. Thank you, Cantor. I hope interesting is good. Lily Heart Warrior says horse games are cursed. I say, why do most new horse games end up getting in some drama? I don't know. I'm discussing some drama on Sunday again. Yay. A Lowen says, sorry I'm late. I didn't get my notification, but have you heard of a game coming out on Steam called Acquire? I'm going to be chatting about that soon. We're first covering some of the older games right now. Poor Rattles hard every damn time, Firefox. Update is on Discord. Okay, so I don't like to go on Discord because it kind of shows... Oh, sorry, little cat. I can't go on Discord, though, because it kind of shows... I don't know why. It shows my DMs and stuff sometimes, and I freak out about that. So we're just going to go with this. We're going with this. Go away. Anyway, I'm happy with this. Let me see. Sandy Dogful says, also attention, every Rattle's birthday is soon. Make sure to spam her between the 20... Sandy. I don't remember that I told you to tell that to everyone. You are never getting anything from me ever again. That's it. I disown you. All right, so let's move on to Fern Hoof Grove. Just a quick little update here as well. they've been starting to add, so they're introducing the tack room. They're going to be, you can actually adjust each horse's tack. This is a small game also being developed by one person. A lot of people don't like the animations of the horses all that much. Let me see if I can grab one of them. Yeah, so the animations are not the best, but I think that the game base is pretty good, and I think that they have some wonderful ideas that are being shared here. I also love the aesthetic of the game. It has a very kind of pastel, cozy vibe sort of to it. Pastel colors, but it's lovely. No, I think that there's a lot of potential in this little game, and I think that they're doing absolutely amazing progress. I just kind of wanted to bring this back to everyone's attention, just to kind of let everyone, remember that Fern Hoof Grove is still there. Please remember to kind of go into the Discord. It's a very, very cute little game. Sandy Darkfall. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you. Like, you little bastard. Anyway. Thank you, Superior. Everyone pretend that they didn't hear that. Flare Foxy, it's not my birthday yet. But we're going to pretend I didn't hear that. I hate you so much. Anyway. Let's see here. Oh my god, Sunny Darkfall says, oh my god, Fern Hoof Grove is coming along. That's great. Thank you, Hestriel. I really appreciate that. Lil Cat, just the progress for Rounds of Rivershine is for lunging with falls under. They're adding lunging? Damn, I kind of want to see that. I'm so nervous of opening my frig because everyone keeps popping me DMs, and I don't want. Sometimes I have people on there that don't want others to know that they know me, so it's like, oh, I'm very worried. All right, that's awesome. This is Fern Hoof Grove. It's a little game that's also being made by one person. Very cute game. But anyway, yeah. So they are updating a bunch of stuff. So I think this is pretty cool. Something happened. Yeah. No one heard what Rattle said, Hestriel. All right, so the next one is a bit of a bigger one. Tales of Rain Ravine is coming out on July. Are you guys excited for Tales of Rain Ravine? I am running through everything today. I sincerely apologize. I got some nervous energy. Mel asks if Fern Hoof Grove is available for download. Not yet, but she is working to it. So that's gonna be very cool. Little cat, listen, I can't go in there, but thank you. Tells her Roger Rivershine is adding lunging, guys. I knew that. I'm a very, very smart and well-organized live streamer. So, Confused McFlurry says, it feels like a mix of the softness of Rivershine and the realistic style of SSO New Generations. That is such a good way to describe Fern Hoof Grove. Yeah, it has a softness to it. I like that softness. It's so good. Sandy, you have been disowned. I hope you know this. But you're still my moderator, so don't leave. So, let's see. This giving Tales of Rain Ravine vibes. This is Tales of Rain Ravine. The Joker says the Raja River update is also adding a new tameness stat that depicts if a horse will jump and how quick it changes gaits. I'm a little worried that would be annoying. That has a possibility of being annoying. Ooh, that's interesting, Joker Day. I'll have to check that out. Maybe I'll do a live stream next week and kind of touch on that. If you guys want me to do another live stream, I'll drop another one maybe next week. I don't like doing ones that quick after each other, but maybe I'll do a quick one next week. So I have, yeah, it's coming out in July. So let me kind of get into this. It's my first ever, Sophia says it's my first ever watching a live stream of your channel. Very nice hearing you live, and your channel offers great content, so thanks for that. You also helped me to improve my English. Oh, Sophia, that's so awesome. That's really cool. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying the live stream. And the content. History, it's the coffee. No, I'm just usually a little, yeah, it could be the coffee, actually. It could be the coffee. So this is really cool. It's coming out in July. It was supposed to come out in 2024, but she didn't get to that point. Here is, oh god, it won't size up for some reason. But let me see if I can open this slightly bigger. Well, no, that didn't work. See how late I am, guys. Do you see how late I am? Oh, there we go. That's better. So they're going to be adding a dressage feature. This was not initially planned for the game, which is pretty cool. I'm very excited about that. 19th of July, as I said, there it is. But this, so here's the best part about Tales of Rain Ravine, which makes me extremely happy. The game will be free. Lil Cat, me too. I'm the most excited for Tales of Rain Ravine. I think that this is going to be a very good game. Well, I want to say that. I'm just so worried. Like, although I have played the game, so it could be good. It's just, damn it. yeah, it's gonna be free. So they do kind of explain this. You better hydrate. I'm hydrated, Sandy. All right, so Estrel says, I've been watching Rattle's content for a while now, and I absolutely love hearing what Rattle has to say. I usually listen to her videos while I train horses. Oh, that's so cool. Thank you, Estrel. Oh, thank you, Confused McFlurry. I'm so glad you got to catch a live stream as well. Underrated and fun YouTuber River. Honest, happy I found you. Thank you. Grief, you guys are being so nice today. Early birthday present. Yay. Yes, it's going to be free. I'm going to explain why in a second. So, I'm not going to read all of this. Bear with me. So, here's what they say. Tales of Ravine is in a unique situation compared to your typical game in the sense that this is pretty much a single developer game. Albeit, I do very frequently buy models, music samples, codes, snippets, etc. from other artists. The only permanent employed and salaried person by the project is me. Salaries are the biggest budget killers for gaming companies. So this makes the running costs of this production atypically low. The ongoing Patreon support, given that it stays at relatively similar levels, and the team doesn't grow, is therefore enough to fund the project. This is absolutely amazing, and I am very, very grateful that they are being so open and honest. And, you know, this is like the least greediest person I've ever met in my entire life. Like, holy damn. So they also say by making the game, or at least its first parts free, this is something else that they say. So, understandably, equestrians are not the most gamer audience, so having higher system requirements than your typical horse game naturally causes players to need help with things like updating graphic card drivers. This is such a cool thing. She's considering her target audience. Whereas Steam does not contractually require technical support for paid games, it is still highly expected, and ignoring it would end up with many players having to refund the game and leave bad reviews. So it's nice to kind of see her being the self-aware and understanding of her own kind of limitations, and you know what she's willing to do, what she's not willing to do. But there is a bit of a caveat to this, so we're going to get into that. So there's just a way that you kind of be able to support her. She's a very, very wonderful person. So please, if you can support her, please do. I'm very excited for this game. And if you give her $5 at this point, then you're basically paying $5 for a full game, which is kind of awesome. So, or you could just engage or share. It really doesn't matter the way that you want to do it. So she says that the game will be between 14 and 16, the age range, which is a little older than usual, but I think that's good. So this is kind of where I think it's going to be interesting. So she says you will have episode 1, 2, etc. This is kind of how the story is going to work. And sorry, I'm just kind of blasting through this real quick. I'll read some of your comments in a second. So Ravine, Equine... Oh, sorry, where am I? You will have episode 1, episode 2. Earlier, I talked about the first release guaranteed being free. This, for example, means that episode 1 will be free, but all episodes might not be. Or they could be an episode free to patrons, but not others. This is kind of how the story is going to work. I don't mind that. I think it's fine. And you're still going to get the first couple of episodes, or first episode at least, for free. And I think that is absolutely awesome. Maya is a very, very awesome game developer, in my opinion. Hello, Moonbased, and hello, Zuzana. I'm going to butcher this. Zistrepanska. We're going with that. I'm so good at different languages. You guys should be praising me for this. All right, so let's see what some of you guys have to say. Lipton B says, I was going to say I wasn't excited because I couldn't afford it, but what? Yeah, it's absolutely free. Linnea A says, I can't believe my eyes. It feels so unrealistic in today's horse game world. Yeah, I think this might be setting a precedent for horse games, but we'll see. If the game does really well, this could set a precedent for future games. But I don't want people to compare games very easily. I do that sometimes, but yeah, anyway, there's kind of nuance to everything. So Flair Foxy says, my first live as well, have always been one of my favorite YouTuber, and your voice is very calming. Thank you, Flair Foxy, except when I cackle like a witch. So Sandy says, this is actually, oh God, I'm building it. This is actually a smart in a way. I mean, if a person says here is a free game and people still support it regardless, they can always add more things if they want. Yeah, it's very cool. I think this is a very smart way to do it. Sorry, Superior says, ooh, oh, I'm always wary of games being released in episodes. Superior, can you kind of expand on that? I haven't played games with episodes. I think there was a Walking Dead series that had that. Could you perhaps expand on that for us about why specifically you don't like that? Because I'd like to hear your thoughts on that. So Cloak the Librarian says, will the game continue after the game is complete? Well, the way I understand it, she's going to release one episode, and then it's going to be continuously releasing episodes. Cotabilla, I'm going to I don't think it's going to be as big of an issue for you to play the game if you're 14. Let me just see here. Let me see if I can find this. Oh, where is that section now? La 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 la. Here we go. Currently when I test the survey, it gives an age between 14 and 16, depending on the country. I feel like this is a bit of an overkill, though. There were questions in the survey that I answered yes to that were more so in the grey area with Ravine. So I'll probably have to consult someone on this. But yeah, right now it looks like... So it's more a grey area, so you could possibly still play it. It depends on what the rating will be. So let me see here. Has Superior replied? I haven't seen your reply yet. Continue. Yes, it's for now. It's going to be July 19th or the 19th of July. Oh yes, thank you, Cloak the Librarian. You jumped ahead of me there. Echo, your cackle is the best part of the stream. I'll take that as a compliment. Umbra Borealis says, have specs been announced? Ooh, I don't know. Not yet, no. It doesn't look like it. But I think that they are kind of keeping that in mind. It looks like it. Because the graphics are... Let's look at some of the... This is actually quite cool. Drama Queen. Like, I just want to show some of the visuals for this. You can kind of look at that. Lag again. Listen, I'm sorry. I can't do anything about the lag. So, show it shall be free. Yes, it will be free. Minecraft story episodes. Oh, no. Just showing some of the... Yeah, some of the people don't like the animation for the horses. I can understand that, but it's one person, so I'll be forgiving. But visual is not really my thing. I'm not that big on visual. Some people are. I just am not. Little Cat says, episodes are cool. I think most games with such, though, do end up lacking replayability. But Rain Riding has me still hopefully on being hooked for a long time. Yeah, that's it. So it's not just going to be stories like with I actually did play a game that had like stories. It was The Wolf Among Us. I did play that one. That was good. No specs yet. Sorry, it doesn't look like it. We're gonna have to wait for that. Maybe I can contact them and see if we can maybe figure out what the specs are. I'll see. Maybe she'll contact me. I'll see if I can get into contact with her. Rattle, you need to update your PC. Why? What did my PC do? What did my PC do? It needs to be updated, really. Oh, it does need to be updated. Thank you. I'll reset it after this. All right, so yeah, that's it for Tales of Rain Ravine. It looks like... I'm very excited about it. I've been excited about this game for a very long time. I think the developer is doing just the best that they possibly can do. I think they're shooting far beyond good at this point, like great, and I'm very, very excited for this game. But yeah, so free game, July. We got a review. I got content, guys. I got content. All right. Next game I briefly want to touch on is Canter Crossing. They have been adding some updates on their Discord. For those of you who might not know, Canter Crossing is a little game about... let me just play this for you guys. I'll just mute it, then you can just kind of watch it. So the game is... There we go. So the game is a 2D kind of adventure game. I kind of call it Pokemon with horses. You're going to be catching wild horses, and then you're going to be training them and taming them, and we just skip this on. So this is kind of the style of the game. I quite like this because I'm a big fan of 2D games. The game is being designed in Game Maker Studio 2, which is actually quite a powerful engine. I wasn't aware. And I just kind of like the idea of it, but I'm kind of looking forward to this game. So they do have a coffee, but they have added a couple of updates to the game, which I just thought was kind of charming, and I wanted to share with you guys. So let me just see here. Superior, you finally got back to me. So a lot of what I'm going to say doesn't really apply to this game because it's free, but still I'll say it. I'm wary of games being released in episodes because in almost every episodic game I've seen, later episodes take much longer to release, and it's a harder sell because you're only selling part of it. Ooh, I like this take. That's an interesting thing. It kind of, yeah, it's like the lifeline of a MMO. The best update for an MMO is always when the best play time for an MMO is always when they launch. It dips very quickly after that. So you're going to make your most money essentially with the first release. So that's going to give you an estimate. But that's always the highest peak is usually, I'm saying usually, when the game releases. And then it kind of dips. I'm going to have to look into that. Thank you for Superior. I really appreciate that insight. I haven't played episode games. I'm going to have to read up on this. Thank you. Sorry. I like it when people come up with interesting stuff. Lipton B says, the water looks good. It would be cool if swimming animations. This is still very much a work in progress. So, please don't expect this is going to be the full game. This is the autumn or one of the areas or autumn. I quite like. I just love the aesthetic. It's so pretty. I just really like it. I like it. And then they had a little coat update, which I just love it. It's very cute art, and I'm just very about it. Shark bait, hoo ha ha. Hi Rattle, just popping by. Hello. I hope you're doing good. I've DM'd you if you'd like to have a moment to chat about our horse game. Yes, Shark bait. I have seen your post. I'm just a little swamped right now. I got a lot of stuff going on, but you're kind of on a list, so I will get to you before the weekend. I promise to you. Thank you. I will get to you. I have checked out your game. It looks very cool. And I do have a couple of questions for you. So I will be contacting you soon. But yeah, that's Canter Crossing. For those of you kind of who want to check that out, please do so. It's a very cute little game. And I'm very much excited about this. It's something a little smaller, but I always like to kind of chat about it because there is so much charm for me in this little game. Yeah, it is very pretty, isn't it, Jessica? Hello. Is the stream visual frozen for anyone else? No. I'm just not doing anything. All right. So, hi Rattle, I like you. Thank you, Brace Motion. Oh, Brace Motion, hi! It's nice to see you here. It took me a moment to figure out who you were. So the weird personnel says, what's your opinion on Stride? Well, it's a game in Roblox. I don't play Roblox. I should start playing Roblox because there's a lot of horse games here. So now I'm going to get into some new games. 3 new games. 2 of them kind of dropped on me yesterday, and then this one is very interesting. So I want to kind of show the trailer real quick. I won't be playing the music. You guys can go check this out yourself. So this is, I'm just going to read the description. Embark on an epic adventure in Windstorm, the Legend of Kimori. Cultivate your Mongolian nomad camp and complete missions to build your legacy as an ancient career rider. Tame and train horses with specialized abilities to explore every aspect of a diverse landscape. I think this is amazing. I'm very excited. I'm sorry, I just spotted someone said drama. And my whole brain just went drama. So Jacques Coudet says Windstorm. No, that's sad. Why are you sad about this? So it does look very promising. It's a very interesting concept. So they're saying it's going to be in early access in September of 2024. So that is something very much to look forward to for me. I'm very interesting about it. Lil Cat Silly, yeah, I'm gonna get to that in just a bit. We're gonna get to that in just a bit. Just bear with me a little bit. So there's a lot of stuff here. It's for those of you who've played Death Stranding. This is kind of what the game is kind of going to be about. So you're going to be breeding horses. You're going to be trying to get better horses across generations. You're going to be, camping. You're going to be, for example, gain reputation among Mongolian inhabitants by taking various activities. You'll be tasked with delivering packages and cargo, herding animals, and mastering the challenge of the wilderness. There's a lot of potential in this. I'm looking so forward to it. Just one problem. It's being developed by Aesir Interactive, and unfortunately, they're very well known for having a lot of bugs. So I don't want to say it's going to have bugs, but they're kind of well known for having bugs. All right, so Ink says, whoa, this game looks so cool. It does. It looks very adventure-oriented. That's very true, Victoria. I'm very much looking forward to this game. It's coming out in September. I don't want to give too much negative on this because I think it's great that we're expanding into different concepts for gaming. This is brilliant. I'm very excited about this. I'm going to cross everything that I can cross that this is going to be a good game, because we unfortunately have had so many games that just look good and then they completely collapse. Joker Day, yes. Windstorm, an unexpected arrival. I tried to review that game. I got halfway and then I just stopped because I couldn't bear it anymore. It was such a bad game. Superior, what if they're good bugs though? I can't answer you on that one, dude. All right, so that's it for Windstorm. Oh, good grief, we got a lot to cover. Holds up fly zapper. Well, that's good to hear. Don't do that. Don't do that. Holds up fly zapper. Let's kill all the flies. Let's kill all the flies, guys. Okay, so now we have Acquire. I'm not gonna like expand on this too much. It's essentially a kind of, you know, you have a ranch, you're kind of riding horses. I did like this aspect though. Let me just open this a little bit. It looks like you can kind of pick the training for the horses, which I did find very interesting. This is something that kind of comes out from very older games, and I like that because it feels a little bit more role play. Star Chaser says, hello, I arrive. Hello, Star Chaser. Cowgirl says, every game has bugs. It's just a matter of questioning whether a developer eventually fixes them in a reasonable manner of time. You see, Cowgirl, that's kind of the thing that I don't like about modern gaming, because when I was younger and you bought a PlayStation game, that was it. You got a PlayStation game. If that thing had bugs, tough luck, that thing had bugs. So they had a very high standard for games, where today games are launched in broken states. They sometimes can't even launch. For those of you who don't remember, in 2012 Diablo, I believe it was Diablo 3 that launched, and the game couldn't launch. Like, they kept getting an error. People couldn't get into the game, and that was like, oh, we'll just update it with a 5 gigabyte patch. And it was like, excuse me? So it's, I don't like that games come out in broken states, because you're still paying for a broken state game. It's, oh, I don't like it. Come Along Pond, I like your name. Ken says, can you do a quick recap about the games that you went over at the end of the stream? Yeah? I'll try and remember. I'll do that. I'll try and remember. I'll try and do that. So yeah, this is a short little game. I just kind of wanted to bring some attention to it. It is on Steam. You can kind of, you know, I'm just going to read this. Dive into this immersive equestrian simulation and experience realistic horseback riding. Build your dream ranch and establish deep bonds with your horses. You are the boss. Manage staff and guests, or focus on challenging competitions. Breed, trade, and raise foals as you choose your own destiny. This kind of reminds me a little bit of a horse riding, what was that game? My Horse Stables. It reminds me of My Horse Stables. That was a cute little game. So yeah, you have managing and building. I like this. I think that there's a lot of potential here. Again, small game, but has a lot of potential. And I quite like the animations. I think it's pretty cute. Quite looking forward to this. Yeah, it's another game, and I quite like this. Acquire. I like the name. Acquire. It's cute. Anyway, I'm probably going to be covering this in a future video. So there we go. Noble Court, hello! Okay, so then we have a Stable Bound. Don't know if anyone has any noticing of this game. It's a... Oh, let me just kind of... Oh, good grief, how do I do this? Why can't I skip? I'm supposed to be able to skip. Can I skip here? Oh, there we go. Mostly 2D. But they are kind of starting to move over to 3D, and you can kind of get the overall development for the program. This is another game that I'm probably going to be covering soon. Sandy Doubtful. It does look a little like House. Let me show you guys a little bit of what they're doing here. I'm just trying to give attention to some of these games. Stable Bound is also. This is like, I love the animations in this game. It looks pretty good. It's interesting. It's interesting. Let me see what you guys are saying. Shaika, but that's why indie games are figuring it out at the moment, since they are more humble and safe bet until investors understand capitalism. Amen to that, Sharkbait. Come Along Pond says, LMAO, I'm perfectly capable of going back and watching. I'm just lazy. Thank you, Come Along Pond. Israel, ooh, the coats on the Stable Bound looks good. Yeah, they look very good. So it looks, oh, here was the part that I want to show you. Look, this looks very good for me. Like this. I like this. I think that I'm hoping it stays isometric, but I don't think it is. That it looks really good. Like, this is... I don't... Like, I'm not visual. Mocha says the gallop is weird. Is that just me? I like this. I want this game to be isometric. Why can't we have isometric horse games? Guys, I want an isometric horse game so freaking bad. Give me an isometric horse game. Okay. So Umbria Borea says, I wish they were more simple or stylized horse games that were easier to run on an average laptop. Yeah, that's true. We don't get a lot of simplistic games. Like modeling. They have a Discord. I have joined the Discord. You guys can go join that if you guys want to, if you find the game interesting. This is the user interface. Horse viewing menu. I just want to show this. There was a point where they kind of switched over to the more 3D visual. Let me see if I can find that. Yeah, some of the work they're doing. It's really interesting. You guys can go check this out on Stablebound. I'll leave some links in a pinned comment below to everyone who kind of wants to check all of this stuff out. So 2D options are now in 3D. Oh, maybe I remembered. Yeah, here we go. There it kind of gets more into the 3D. Yeah, this game looks really good. This game looks really good. Like, I like a lot about this game. The isometric style, the visual. I'm not visually inclined, but yeah, it looks pretty interesting. I do hope they stick to the isometric style. Like, I don't know if everyone's going to agree with me on that, but I like... Where am I now? I like this. I want an isometric game. Corelli Bosov, hallo! You have an Afrikaans surname. Hallo daar, ek hoop dit gaan goed. Sandy Rockfall, oh cute. That reminds me of Equim Magic Galaslav Forces. That's good. Are we gonna have a rattle discourse? I had one and I closed it. That's it. I'm not gonna go into that. Victoria, I haven't seen an isometric horse game in a while. They're definitely making it work so far. I really want an isometric horse game. I hope they do it, but it depends on kind of what the direction is of the game. Do you think these devs are showing too much? Yeah, that is unfortunately a reality. They're showing a lot of visual, not a lot of gameplay. So hopefully they'll start getting into the gameplay. That is a very, very good point, Superior. It's very visual, unfortunately. Like, all of this is visual. And although, yeah, visual is always good, it's like the style has changed twice, which is fine. But it is kind of, yeah, they're showing a lot of visual. Ooh, that's not good. It's a mix max, I think. 2D, 3D, 2.5D. I don't know how you would say it. It's an interesting game. But I'll probably be covering it in a future video as well. Got a lot of videos to make. Korali Bostov says, oh my god, you should open a Discord so bad. And yes, I have. My dad is from SA. Tell your dad I say hi. Oh, all right. So... Abigail Pinehaven, let's get into the Histriel. I'm from South Africa too. Hello, Histriel. Ek hoop jy het baie lekker aan daarso. Star Stature says, has anyone here played Horse Reality? I haven't looked at that browser game in forever, but I remember really liking it for its art. I played Horse Reality. I'm not a horse browser player. I found it pretty dull, unfortunately. I don't like browser games all that much. I do like Rope and Ranch because it doesn't expect me to log in every day. I just don't have the time for it, so it's a difficult thing for me, that. Ariella Confer says, the isometric views reminds me of when I was a kid. I create campaigns in Age of Empires just to play with Scout Cavalry horses. All right, so so Abigail Pinehaven had a very cool thing where she kind of went to the Rival Stars. Oh God, my brain isn't functioning tonight. She went to Australia, the headquarters of Rising Rival Stars. Oh God. And she kind of chatted with them, and she had a chance to kind of play the VR. I'm just going to mute this, and then we can kind of have a quick look at that. This is really cool. We got an ad. An ad within a video that also has ads. This is fun. This is really fun. That looks cute, but I'm not in the mood for that. So this is kind of the game. I think it's really cool. My only problem is the visual is... I'm not visual, but it is pretty cool. So, but I kind of hear what you guys think. Rival Star, VR Rival Stars. Now, this is exciting. I know, it is really exciting. You should actually go watch the entire series of Abigail. It's such a good series. But, like, she like covers freaking everything about this company. It's really cool. This is why you have premium. Sandy, this is why we have ad blocker. So Susie says, what was the name of the game called? Acquire. I think you're thinking about Acquire. Please go check out Acquire. Superior says Rattle should have gotten paid for showing this AFK journey on add-ons. Amen to that, sister. So, yeah, so this is kind of cool. So they're going to be adding VR into Rival Stars. Let me just open it like this, then we can kind of look at it better. I think this is great. This is really... Oh, look at the horse. He's responding. It's so cute. Look at the horsey. He's responding to the petties. Sorry, I'm freaking out. But it's really cool. Like, look at that. The horse is actually responding to the pets. It's awesome. The only gripe I have with this is Okay, I have a high-end PC, but I cannot afford VR. So I hope a lot of people buy this and use it, but I don't know. I don't know. Like, it's an interesting choice, VR. I don't know. Maybe more people have VR than I think, because like no one that I know has VR, because it's pretty expensive, and it's I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm very excited about it. Like, I don't want to diss it because it's really awesome. Like, look at this. This is amazing. You can actually brush the horse, and the horse responds. It's so cute. Look at that. He's enjoying the little petties. I know, isn't it so cute? Snurzel says, I played a browser in horse game with no graphics, just charts. I think it called Virtual. I remember Virtual Horse Runs. That was a good game. Cowgirl, I will acquire a horse in that game. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. That was funny. Kate, hello. Not sure if you heard it, but someone is trying to revive Horse Star. Yeah, I've heard about that. That's pretty cool, actually. Ink says an open world horse game with the exploration style of AFK Journey would be crazy. That would actually be interesting. Ariella Conference says, I don't know if I'd ever buy a VR headset, but if I did, I'd buy this for sure. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it is kind of a connection. If, like, I actually bought a PlayStation 3 specifically to play... What was the game? Oh, yeah, to play The Last Guardian, and then they moved it over to PlayStation 4, and I was so angry I never got a PlayStation 4. So I've never played The Last Guardian. Yeah, Cloak the Librarian VR is cool, but it has limited availability. Virtual Horse Runs was awesome. Yeah, VR does tend to be an investment, if anything, Victoria says. Yeah, that's true. Superior says Skyrim. Again, like, how many people that you know have VR to play Skyrim? It's interesting. I think it's really cool. I think this is something that horse gamers really needed. Something that's kind of this immersive, something that's this fun to do. Because this is going to give you like such an open idea of kind of just exploring horses, having fun with them. And I don't think it's available yet, Coralie Bosov. But yeah, so I just like this. But I kind of get, it might be a little difficult for people to get, but it's still very, very awesome. I mean, look at that. You can see your horses in the field. Like, there's a lot to love here. I just hope that some of this comes to PC, that you kind of move around on PC. That would be interesting. But yeah, I like this. It would be interesting to see kind of where they go with it. But yeah, it does have a bit of a ceiling to get through, you know, or a hurdle to get through, to get to a thing I don't have, sadly. Sharkbait says, sadly, VR is really going down the drain in terms of demand and on the internet and the market. It's super sad, but so inaccessible for people who get motion sickness and most disabilities. Yeah, see, that's one of the reasons why I also haven't popped, like, I've kind of fired the shot on that, because I get motion sickness. I get bad motion sickness. So I have to very much adjust cameras to ensure that I don't get sick. I'm guessing this would make me sick because the horizon is kind of going like that. It hasn't made me sick yet, so that is interesting for me. And I'm quite curious to see if it will make me sick. But yeah, that is a huge issue. I know a couple of YouTubers actually had problem with motion sickness with that. But anyway, yeah, so this is something that you guys should check out. Go watch Abigail's videos. It's really cool, and you'll learn a lot about rival stars. You can always hope that it takes one more year for them to finish it so they don't rush it. But at the same time, I don't mind waiting 3 years. Yeah, if they take a little more time on it and do it great, you know, like, well, I'm going to say properly. That sounds a little mean. But what I mean is, like, if they do it well, that's what I'm looking for, then I won't mind if it comes out in 3 years or 2 years or whenever, you know. Rather do it properly and well. And look at Abigail go. Okay, I'm having a little too much fun. All right. So, yeah, okay, that's actually it. So, are you guys excited for the VR? We have one more thing to cover, and then we're done tonight. We could always hope that it takes one more year for them to finish it, so they do not rush it. But at the same time, I do not mind waiting 3 years. Oh, yeah, I just read that. I got my... Spark Games says, hello, I got my VR secondhand. It was pretty much brand new, but half the price of a new one. Just make sure the seller is legit. You see, but that's kind of the thing, Spark Games. It's like that's kind of what I mean. It's... Yeah, but it's true. Like, now I'm thinking about it. Like, if you get a high-end PC to play high-end games, that technically opens the door for you to play a lot of different high-end games. So that's actually true. It's actually true. It's the only problem is, like, you have to buy a high-end PC, and then on top of that, you have to buy the VR. So instead of paying, I'm not sure how much a PlayStation 5 costs in America right now, but let's say it's 600. Oh, let's say it's $1,000. I'm not sure. Argument's sake, $1,000 for a PS5. Then on top of the $1,000, you still have to pay $300-400 just to get the VR, and then on top of that, you have to buy the games. So instead of just buying the PS5 and then playing the games, you have to buy the PS5, then you have to buy the VR, and then you have to buy the games. So it's an extra hurdle for you to get over before you can play them. That's the sad thing for me with that. Carly Boss of Sandy says, trust me, there are some weird horse games on the VR store. At least one that costed like $5 was bad. Why are you playing bad horse games? Why? Mystery Sparrow, hello, says, I wish there was a horse game we all can like and is nicely developed. I wish that too. Maybe if I cloak the library, maybe I win the lottery. Maybe if I rob some into the final... Sorry, Snurzel says, I just played the Rival Stars for the first time recently. Sadly, VR makes me very sick. Yeah, VR, I'm getting the suspicion I might actually also get sick. But Lil Cat Silly says, VR is also really limited on high-end games, unlike a PC. Yeah, that's also true. You get very limited games that you can play on VR at the end of the day. It's kind of difficult. You know, I like the idea. It's just I think there's a bit of a hurdle to get through to the point of actually playing it. Okay, so let's get into the final thing for today, and that is obviously going to be our most favorite game of all time, Equestrian The Game, whatever. How are you guys feeling about Equestrian The Game? Sharkbait says, we're doing our best to make that horse game. Oh my god, cry. Lady Sagittar says, some VR, you don't need a separate PC. Yeah, that's true. I do know that there are some VR games that you can just play directly on the VR, but still, it's a high-end thing to buy, you know, just for games, and not everyone can kind of get into that. Little cat, we finally got to the T! Yay! Kotsbulla, oh yay! Sip that tea. I finished my coffee, god damn it. Jessica Dajadana says, haha. Bella Nutella, for older people, a VR horse riding game would be awesome. Yeah, that would actually be very awesome. Like, like it does capture a niche market. I'm not going to say it doesn't. I think it's really cool. Just worrying it does have that unfortunate thing with the VR. Ink says horse games need to start being developed by actual horse people, but also people who just want to make another. Ink, I actually want to argue with that. I think horse games should be made by game developers, not horse people, because horse people focus on the wrong things. That's my opinion. Corali Bossum says, yeah, we love Equestrian The Game. It's so good. Our Oslo, let's go. Cloak the Librarian. I don't play mobile games, so I don't really have thoughts about ETG. Lucky you. So good that you could avoid this crap. Histriol says, Equestrian The Game. We mean the game. Yes, Equestrian The Game. Umbra Borealis says, wait, so is Astride worth it? I'll give it a little bit. They're getting there. If you want to support the game, then you can buy it. But at this point, it's almost there. Well, not almost, but it's getting there. Like, you can go check out some of the updates and see what you think about it. I think that's the best way that I'll say it. But yeah, I think they're really moving forward with the game at this point. Jokeda says, I played this game once for a week straight when I had COVID and never touched it again, if that says anything about it. Lil Cat Silly says, by the way, I'm still getting AI ads for ETG. Oh, that's bad. Susie says, I have no idea how people can like the style of the game, graphics-wise, and the view of the horse while riding everything. Yeah, it's an interesting game. Ark Oslo says, better than I felt 1 to 2 weeks ago. They killed it with the Pinto update. Just wow. Oof, yeah. Cowgirl Mermaid says, played it once. Controls are so finicky. Yeah. Quit playing everything after I've heard from you and other are not good, so I'll never touch it again. Don't. Sharkbait, you all terrify my team with the tea, but it's such good information and lessons to learn. Oh no, I don't want to frighten you. Don't be scared. We don't bite hard. A Shadow says, I used to really like ETG, but they're just getting worse. By the way, most of their Insta comments are just about how greedy they are. Yeah, no, they're pretty freaking greedy. I can't get into their Instagram because I've been banned. But so a couple of things happened with ETG. 2 things. The first thing is they added, we're going to get to the Pinto in a bit. They added, 3 things actually, sorry. They added the new Connemara. Now, Horse Lover is a YouTuber that made a video, The Downfall of Equestrian The Game. I highly recommend you check out this video. It's a really good video. I'm actually going to... I thought of making a video, but I think this one kind of covers it very well. So for those of you who kind of want to check out the game, or kind of check out what's going on, by all means, go for it. So the reason why I'm kind of using her video as a base is because I'm running a Connemara. I don't have the time or the money. So she kind of shows... So this, what she's showing here is the Welsh cob, which is pretty. You know? It's pretty. It's pretty. Like, it's a pretty horse. Mara. And... like she says that there isn't much of a difference. I do agree if we put the two like that. There isn't a whole big of a difference. But the main difference is the butt. Look at the butt. I have never seen a horse with a butt that like specifically there. Horses don't have butts that's that hair. So this one you can see there's some thought put in. It's a little better than the Connemara. So let's pop over to the Connemara again, and this is the Connemara. Like, they're very similar, but that, like, look at the leg. It also bends funny here. Look at that. Oh my gosh, look at that leg. Do you see how it bends there? It's like clipping. Oh, that's awful. Oh my god, it's just awful. So let's see what you guys are saying. Kotsbulla. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you. What did you say? Kotsbulla, are you ignoring my comments, Rattle? Good dude. Okay, Kotsbulla says, I play ETG to get ecoins, but come on, what is there actually to do? It's true, Kotsbulla, it's true. So I'm just gonna pause there. I don't wanna spoil the video all that much. But yeah, so this is let me see here. So okay, oh god, a lot of people are saying a lot of stuff. So Hestriel says, I'll check out Horse Lover's video right after this before bed. The best way to get some shut-eye is with an exposure that makes you want to sleep it away or just bleach my eyes. Yeah, it's true. That's my live. When the quarter horse came out, I recently barely had the e-coins to get one. I ain't wasting more time in a blind grind to just get some Pinto pattern. I gave it up on it now completely. So, Superior, fair, my bad. No, it's fine, Superior. We love everyone here. So, Come Along Pond says, lol, main point. Ark Oslo says, I hate that they raised the coin prices for some players and not for others in regards to both building upgrades and horse prices. We only noticed because we started to talk about that on the ETG Reddit. Oh, I'll have to check that out. Thank you for letting me know. Hestriel says, pointy Connie butt. Yeah, it's so awful though. Like, it is so awful. I'm going to replay this again just to kind of get into that. So very quarter horse. Yeah, it's just, but that's not how a horse looks because it like the butt doesn't bump there. It can't. It has to bump there. It's awful. I'm gonna keep replaying that. Just I don't want to spoil the video, but I just want to have something in the background. So the cheeks. Corali says this is so bad. Amek says early SSOH horse. What does she say? Okay, Umbrella says, Lord, I'm real bad with the typo. Cici says, have you ever talked about the way the same saddle looks comically different on every horse on SSO now because of the new system? Compare the Self Francais with the Halflinger as an example. I have not seen that. I'll check that out. This is what you get for being a good YouTuber comment. Rattle, we love commenting. Well, yeah, but thank you. Kathy, with a little smiley, says, the legs are broken. Yeah, the legs don't look good. Like, nothing on this horse looks good. Anyway, so please go check out Horse Lover's video on it. Really, really good video. But there's something else that kind of happened along with the Connemara broken update. They also decided... I'm going to get into... They also, okay, just very briefly, they added this fairies and fantasy thing, and this ended up being so bad that it's so expensive, and it's insane. I think it's like 450 coins for this. It's insane. Like, I don't know how they justify the prices for essentially just a bit of cosmetic. Like, how long does it take you to make this? I'm sorry, like, I'm being awful right now, but how long does it take you to make this? And why are we paying so much for it? I despise mobile games that just focus so much on the cosmetic. Like, I'm actually talking my throat raw at this point. Now I'm lagging. No! So the final thing that I briefly want to discuss is... Oh, okay, that's good. Is the Pintos. Now, the Pintos look really good. I'm not going to lie. Like, this looks good. Like some of the Pintos are gorgeous. Like I'm not like a color geneticist, or I don't understand colors all that well, but I think that there's a lot to like here about the Pinto. Okay, they obviously don't look that good in the game, but they kind of look like this, and it's good. No, it looks really, really good. The problem is the average price for a horse in game is about 45, 35 e-coins. For a Pinto, it's 75 e-coins. So just to put that in perspective, to create a horse, it's 90 e-coins. To, what's the word? You get about 7 e-coins a daily if you're lucky. I think 7 e-coins. Like a horse lover, like completely touches on this. I think she goes in here somewhere. She kind of discusses it in her video. I'm not going to spoil everything, but she kind of discusses this as well in the video. Please go watch it. She kind of goes into this fact that it's like 75 freaking e-coins for a Pinto. And it's like, I don't know what Equestrian the Game is doing at this point. It's like they're just literally just killing their game. So Corolli says the back legs separate while walking. Yeah, it looks terrible. Sandy Dogfoot says, I'll have to pop off. One of my friends have to explain Skyrim to me. Oh, yeah, sure. Thank you, Sandy. Sorry, I didn't spot that message. Thank you so much for being here. And enjoy Skyrim. Have fun. Hestriel says, ETG really ruined my second, third fave horse. Horse breed. Thanks, ETG. You have given the Connie a new genetic makeover. Pointy butt. Looks like a bird. Yeah, no, that's true. Hestriel says second, third. So Little Cat says, the fairies made the home screen so purple people were hating it. The game Play Store rating went down to 2.9. Really? Did Equestrian the Game? I have to see this. Wait, where is that? Wait a second, Little Cat. It's the game's Play Store. All right, let's see. Play Store ETG. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. Oh, it's 3.1 still for me, but I think it might be lagging behind. Or they flooded it with good reviews again. 1 million downloads. How? Let's see some of them. We should actually check out some of the reviews. Oh no, it's 2.8. Ouch! It's 2.8. It went down again, Little Cat. It went down again. Ouch! Ouch! It has way more 1-star reviews than it Got it. Oh no, I don't want to write a review. Frick that. Jeez, this is awful. Anyway, all right, so let's see what you guys have to say. It was 2 if they're lucky. Their thoughts equals horses equals expensive equals ETG horse game. That sounds about right. Yeah, it's very sad. I'm gonna pop some of the questions, or some of your. Jeez, you guys are like dropping a lot of freaking comments right now. To put on the Play Store. Yeah, it went down. It's awful. Look at that. So, Rotting Corpse says, I just joined. I'm late. Oh, sorry. You kind of missed it. But hello. Thank you for joining. Bella Nutella says that. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's my live. Says 7. Last time, actually, it was 2 if they're lucky. Ark Oslo says, now you get 3 coins a day. Oh, it's 2? You get 3 e-coins a day? Oof. It's so bad, though. It's so bad. Yeah, it went down. Can't even feel bad. 1 million downers. They must be paying. Yeah, Estriel. They're probably paying someone. Linnea Equestrian the Greed is digging their own grave, and almost everyone following them on Insta is doing it. Watch it go down. Now, ETG kind of messed things up themselves. That's kind of funny. Ink says, lol. Toonie says they're taking inspiration from a Star Stable. Yeah, it's kind of to kind of round this off. Equestrian the Game, like, I gave him a lot of trouble, but like in general, like I haven't been a fan of this game since day one for a wide number of reasons. I felt that they were very suspiciously pushing the soft launch concept as a kind of a shield to kind of protect them from any sort of criticism. When they did get criticism, they were like, oh, we can't stand the criticism. And then that kind of caused the Discord to shut down. And it's just been a complete mess since day one with this game. And it's sad because, like, beautiful horses, really interesting concept. And again, it's just, if it's a good horse, you have a good horse game, you have bad people behind it. If it's a bad horse game, you often have good people behind it. It's so sad. Tuny says they're taking inspiration. Oh, yes, I read that. Amex says, I'm surprised that Wild Shade rating is still decently high. Yeah, it's still decently high for some reason. But it's good, good for them. Umbria Borealis says, time to learn how to animate and save up for a better PC because, oh boy, the horse game nowadays. I'm into that. Corolli Bossov says, Rattle, how has your day been? It's been a day, Corrali. Like, it's been a day. I'm just gonna say that. It's been a day. So Cowgirl Mermaid says, pretty sure they're really banking on their player base's fear of missing out, assuming the fairy outfits are limited. Yeah, I think they are limited edition. Yeah, I hate FOMO so much. Susie, is Star Stable continuing with the some of you get star coins because some nothing? Apparently they fixed that. Like, it hasn't been a problem for a while now, so good on them. I think they did kind of fix that problem. Lil Cat Silly says, giving the horse that players wanted since the start as most expensive for real cash out of the blue is just so... Yeah, they've been planning this horse since 2019. Just to give you guys some context for how long people have been waiting for the Pintos. Like, there's a post that goes back to 2019 where they were working on this. Oh, Lil Cat says they're going to do a Q&A with a dev. I will very much look forward to that. Thank you for letting me know. I'll keep an eye on that. I'm probably going to get banned before I get there. So, ETG went down so quickly. Yeah, no, Astride, they did. They had potential, and I was so excited for it when it was announced, but now I downloaded it, I played it for a few hours, and then deleted it. Never touching it again. It's not good. Kotzbuller, let me read your comment before you tell me I'm ignoring you again. Yeah, Ronald, I was watching your Wild Shape video before school and had to go in because I was going to throw up. It's awful. Oh, I get so sick when I have some footage of that game that I sometimes plop into my background video just for B-roll, but I get so nauseous when I use it, so I try and avoid it. But yeah, this is a situation where, unfortunately, they kind of focused on the money aspect and not the game aspect, and this has hurt the game quite a bit. But it's sad. I don't want to see games fail, and I hope that ETG doesn't fail. I hope it does get itself out of the gutter and moves forward and does a good game, because they have a lot of potential. They just have to kind of refocus and just make a game that's enjoyable, not just pretty at the end of the day. And that's kind of the difficult thing I find with horse games in general. They just constantly want to make pretty. They don't necessarily want to make good. Like I said earlier, that there are games when the game is bad, the developers are good. Bonded Spirits, for all its faults, and I mean it has a lot of faults, it has a development team that really does seem to care, and that's something that I can appreciate about Bonded Spirits. Like, it has its issues, but it's a game company that does seem to care. So that's good. It's great to see that. I'm so tired of horse games at this point. So Bella Natalia says that game is 10 years old, my horse. Yeah, that's an old game. Lil Cat says it's on the end of the challenge log for the update dimension. Oh, okay. Thank you. I'll check that out. Thank you. I'll probably contact you to send me a link or something, because I'm useless with the type of crap. Ooh, hello. Ooh. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at pretty horses. Oh yeah, that's something else. So they've added an optional way to get more coins in the top-down scene. You can choose to watch an ad every 20 hours and receive 3 coins. Now, this is great. I just want to say this. The problem with this is the feature is crashing. So people are watching the ad and then their game freezes, and then they have to go out. When they get back in, they don't get the coins, and then the timer resets again for 20 hours. So it's not working. So it's like... I'm probably going to have to make a video about this, aren't I? I'm probably going to have to make a video about this. Anyway, so that's it. Oh, hello, Rissalinda? Rissalinda. I'm not good with names. Rissalind. Rissalind. One bright side in horse games, Ranch of Rivershine has had some great updates lately. Yeah, well, Ranch of Rivershine is like it's almost synonymous with good at this point. Like it's a really great little game. Whoa! I just choked on myself, apparently. Sorry about that. All right, so that's it from me tonight. I thank you all for being here. It has been a very interesting evening. We kind of checked out some good horse games. There are some great ones coming out. And possibly going to be making a video about Equestrian The Game. But first, there's another game video that's coming out. But I will be covering that on Sunday. So you guys can look forward to another video coming out. Yeah, Catapult. I don't know what just happened. I just nearly died. Oslo says never happened for me. Yet I can't even enter the meadows. Yeah, it's like there's a lot of bugs currently popping up in the game, which wasn't that big of an issue at the start. Like, I didn't get a lot of bugs, but apparently people are getting a lot of bugs in ETG right now. But anyway, so that's it. I thank you all for being here. You are all, as always, a lovely audience. And, yeah. Amma Zayn says, saw that Alicia Online was trying to remake the horse model. Ooh. All right. something else to check out. You guys keep telling me interesting stuff. Stop being interesting. Okay, so I got 2 things. You keep telling me interesting stuff. All right, anyway, have a lovely evening, guys. And as always, thank you for being here. And I hope you all have an absolutely lovely, amazing, brilliant evening. Bye-bye.